Okay guys, what we have here on the board, we have a cyclic quadrilateral. So a cyclic is basically a four-sided shape that lies, or that its vertices lies on the circumference of the circle. So if you have a four-sided shape like this one and all the vertices lies on the circumference of the circle, that means you have a cyclic quad. It can be any shape, but as long as it has four sides, or four vertices, and all four vertices lies on top of the circumference of the circle. So now we can see that this one is a four-sided shape, and the vertices, they all lie on what? The circumference of the circle. So now we have a theorem that says if you have a cyclic quad, of which this is a cyclic quad, because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, they all lie on the circumference of the circle. So there's a theorem that says if you add angle B plus angle D is equals to 180 degrees. So it says the opposite angles of a cyclic quad add up to 180. So these angles are opposing each other. So when you add them, they should give you 180. As well as angle A plus angle C, they should give you 180 degrees. This is a degree sign. If you add this one and this one, they should give you 180. Also this one and this one, they should give you 180. Let's try and prove this. So we are required to prove that angle D plus angle B is equals to 180 degrees. We know we have to construct. Our construction is join. This is O, the center. Ne? We join AO and CO. Join AO and CO. So now we have joined AO and CO. To form angle O1 and O2. To form angle O1 and angle O2. So we have O1 and O2. Now we can see that this is an angle at the center and there's another angle at the circumference. So angle O2 is equals to 2 times angle D. The reason it's angle at the center. And then also O1 is 2 times B, because O1 is an angle where at the center and B is an angle where at the circumference. So angle O1 is equals to 2 times angle B, angle at the center. But angle O1 plus angle O2, they make up the whole of angle O. So we'll say angle O is equals to angle O1 plus angle O2. But all this, this equals to what? 360 what? Degrees. What's your reason? You can take out this O. Just say angle O1 plus O2. O1 plus O2 is what? 360. Your reason will be angles at a point. I hope everything is clear so far. So O1, we know that O1 is what? 2 times B. We know that O2 is what? 2 times D. So instead of writing O1, let's write this now. O1 is what? 2 times D. O1 is 2 times B. Instead of writing O1, we write 2B. Angle 2B. Plus, instead of writing O2, we write 2D. Equals to 360 degrees. But you see here there's a common factor. 2 is a common factor. We take out 2. We are left with angle B plus angle D equals to 360. But we want B plus D. So we'll divide by 2 both sides, and then angle B plus angle D is equals to 360 divided by 2 is what? It's 180 degrees. So you have proven that angle B plus D is equals to 180. The same way if you join this one, if you join BO and DO, you will prove that A plus C is equals to 180. But now we've joined AO and CO, we've proved that B plus D is equals to 180. Okay, let's look at this example based on the theorem that we've just proved now. So we said the opposite sides of a cyclic quad, they add up to 180. So we can see that ABCD is a cyclic quad because all 4 vertices, they lie on the circumference of the circle. So we say this angle plus this angle, they have to give you 180. So now we are asked to find the value of y and the value of x. Let's start by let's remember what we know. We know that the opposite angles of a cyclic quad, they add up to 180. That means y angle, this y plus 80 is equals to 180 degrees. But we want y, we take the 80 to the other side. 180 minus 80 is equals to 100 degrees. And your thingy here, your reason will be that opposite angles of a cyclic quad. And then let's move to x. This one, we know that it's equals to 100 degrees. And we want the value of x now. If we say x plus 70, you see these are the opposite angles of the cyclic quad. If we say x plus 70, that should give us 180 degrees. What's the reason? Opposite angles of a cyclic quad. And then now take the 70 to the other side. 180 minus 70, you get a 110. So I hope it's clear in this case. Then now let's look at this one. Okay, example B. This one. We are asked to find the value of x, t, and y. So if we look carefully, we can see that A, B, C, D is a cyclic quadrilateral. So the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, they should add up to 180. This one and this one, they should add up to 180. This one and this one, they also should add up to 180. Let's start by the value of y. Y is equals to, y plus 80. This is y plus 80. You get a 180. What's the reason? Opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Then your y is equals to 180 minus 80, you get a 100. And then now you are asked to find the value of x and t. You are asked to find the value of x and t. So if we look at the value of x, where x lies on this side of the two triangles. You can see we have two triangles. Ne? Let's look at the two triangles that we have. We have BAD, it's the top one, and we have BDC, the bottom one. So x lies on the top of the on the top part of the triangle, on the triangle that's at the top. So we have two angles in the triangle, but we are only left with one angle. So we'll say x plus 80 plus 68 is equals to 180. What's your reason for saying that? Sum of angles in a triangle. 80 plus 68 is what? Take 20, you put here on the 80, you get 100, you left with 48, then it's 148. To make it 180, then you need 32. So x will be 32 in this case. And then we move to y. Y, we found y to be 100. And then now we do the very same thing, sum of angles in a triangle. Now it's the bottom thingy, it's the bottom triangle. Or another thing that you can do, since you know here that it's 32, you can add this together with this so that they give you 180, opposite sides of a cyclic quad, and then you solve for t. But now let's do it the easier way. Since we have this triangle, 100 plus 54 is what? Is 154. For you to get to 180, what are you left with? You left with 26. Therefore, t is equals to 26 sum of angles in a triangle.